Hey, Bears fans! We got a lot to unpack today as we dive deep into the latest updates surrounding our Chicago Bears and the road ahead. First things first, let's talk about one of the key players who has been missing from the field recently. TJ Edwards, the veteran linebacker, hasn't played in the last 4 games due to a combination of a broken hand and a hamstring injury. Today, he returned to the practice field, although in a limited role, and that alone gives fans a glimmer of hope. While the official injury report won't be released until tomorrow, today's practice provides some insight into where he stands. The Bears did a full practice today after their unusual Friday game schedule, and it looks like tomorrow might be more of a light or estimated session. If Edwards can return in time for the game at Lambeau Field, it would be a massive boost for the defense. The guys who have stepped in, like DeMarco Jackson and Amanoga, have held their own admirably. But as the competition intensifies, having your top players on the field makes a difference, and TJ was playing at a high level before his injury. His return could really energize this defense and give them an extra edge. Moving on, the team is keeping busy with preparations and adjustments. Ben Johnson, the offensive coordinator, has been discussing Caleb Williams and the passing game extensively. After a press conference following today's practice, he addressed some concerns raised yesterday about Caleb's completion percentage, which has been below 60% so far this season. Johnson emphasized that these comments were not meant as criticism directed solely at Caleb, but rather highlight a collective need for precision. He pointed out that the focus is on route discipline, timing, and making sure every pass catcher is in sync. The message was clear. The team is working to clean up the passing game as a unit, not to single out individual performances. It's about fundamentals and ensuring that everyone is aligned on the same page. Caleb is learning and adjusting each week, and Johnson made it clear that while improvements in accuracy are necessary, the bigger picture is that he is managing the game well, reading defenses effectively, and controlling the offense in ways that weren't happening early in the season. Johnson praised Caleb's growth in commanding the offense, particularly his ability to get plays off quickly and make accurate reads at the line of scrimmage. There are still throws Caleb misses, as there are on any quarterback, and sometimes these misses can also be attributed to the receivers not executing their routes perfectly. For instance, last week there were a few plays where routes weren't fully completed, resulting in lost opportunities, but these moments don't overshadow Caleb's development. What stands out is how much better the offense operates under his leadership compared to the opening week against Minnesota, where inefficiencies in play execution directly contributed to stalled drives and missed scoring chances. While the goal is always improvement, the team is committed to protecting the quarterback and letting him focus on making the right decisions in every play. Caleb's learning curve is evident, and the coaching staff is confident that with more consistency in footwork and execution, the passing game will stabilize. Switching gears to roster moves and linebacker updates, the Bears have had to navigate injuries carefully. Tremaine Edmunds is on injured reserve and will miss at least a couple more weeks, while TJ Edwards' potential return is a key factor in shoring up the defense for upcoming matchups, including the rematch with the Packers and the critical game against the Browns in Week 15. Meanwhile, there's been some buzz about potential linebacker additions. Kaiser White was recently waived by the Titans after dealing with a hamstring injury and limited playing time this season. While the Bears' current linebacker situation with TJ Edwards trending back and solid performances from DeMarco Jackson and Amanoga makes it unlikely they will pursue White immediately, it's possible he could be a candidate for practice squad depth if he clears waivers. It's a reminder that roster flexibility and keeping options open can be crucial as the season progresses. Turning our attention to the opposition, the Packers' defense is a force to be reckoned with this year, and Micah Parsons has been a standout player. For the 5th consecutive season, he has 12 or more sacks, consistently impacting games as one of the league's elite pass rushers. His combination of athleticism, power, and situational awareness make him a nightmare for any offensive line, and Ben Johnson highlighted him as the first player of concern when analyzing the Packers. Parsons' ability to dominate matchups means that Bears tackles A.Z. Trapillo and Darnell Wright will face a true test in protecting Caleb and creating space for the passing game. Strategic matchups, like which edge rusher lines up against which tackle, will be critical in dictating the flow of the game. The Bears will need smart game planning, precise execution, and potentially creative offensive adjustments to counter the pressure Parsons can bring. Defensively, the Packers operate differently from the Bears. Green Bay has focused on limiting big plays and creating stops, while the Bears have excelled in takeaways, leading the league in that category. These contrasting styles highlight the chess match between coaching staffs. Every defensive and offensive decision becomes magnified when both teams bring unique approaches and high levels of talent to the field. This week, all eyes will be on execution, adjustments, and in-game decisions. Ben Johnson's strategy for navigating Micah Parsons and the Packers' pass rush will be pivotal, as well maintaining consistency in the running game and maximizing the opportunities created by turnovers and momentum shifts. The schedule presents some exciting challenges, including the late afternoon game at Lambeau Field and a primetime Saturday matchup in Week 16 against the Browns. Injuries, matchups, and preparation will all influence the outcome, and as fans, it's thrilling to watch these dynamics unfold. Every play, every drive, and every strategic call will matter as the Bears aim to prove themselves against a well-rounded opponent. The pressure is on, but the potential for an impactful performance is there, particularly if TJ Edwards can return and bolster the defense. Caleb Williams continues to grow in command of the offense, and the offensive line can handle the challenges posed by elite pass rushers. As we look ahead to this week, the focus remains on execution, adjustments, and preparation. The coaching staff is analyzing matchups, the players are honing their skills, and fans can anticipate a highly competitive game that will test every aspect of the Bears roster. The interplay between offensive strategy and defensive prowess will be fascinating, especially with individual matchups like Trapillo versus Parsons and the Bears' ability to capitalize on turnovers and mistakes. Each game this season provides opportunities for growth, evaluation, and showcasing talent, and this week is no exception. The combination of returning players, emerging leaders, and key matchups sets the stage for an intriguing showdown at Lambeau Field, where every decision and every play could influence the outcome in significant ways. As the Bears continue their preparation for Lambeau Field, there's a lot of focus on fine-tuning every aspect of the game. One of the biggest storylines is how Caleb Williams will handle the relentless pressure from the Packers' defense. His development has been noticeable week to week, particularly in terms of game management and decision-making. While his completion percentage has been a topic of discussion, the coaching staff emphasizes that it's not just about the numbers. It's about command, timing, and controlling the pace of the offense. Caleb has shown significant improvement in reading the defense, making adjustments at the line of scrimmage, and ensuring that the offense keeps moving efficiently. The challenges he'll face against a top-tier pass rush like Micah Parsons will test both his mechanics and his mental focus. But the experience he has accumulated so far this season should help him navigate the pressure more effectively. Each snap, each decision, and each read will be crucial, especially against a defense that has consistently disrupted opposing quarterbacks with aggressive, well-coordinated schemes. The running game is another critical element that could define the Bears' approach at Lambeau. Controlling the line of scrimmage and maintaining balance between passing and rushing will help keep the defense honest. DeAndre Swift's role is pivotal. His ability to create yardage after contact and break through initial gaps could force the Packers to adjust their pass rush assignments, potentially easing some pressure off Caleb. Combining Swift's explosiveness with precise play calling and coordinated blocking from the offensive line will be key to sustaining drives and maintaining momentum. The coaching staff has repeatedly highlighted the importance of not only generating yards on the ground, but also executing plays that protect the quarterback, avoid negative yardage situations, and maintain possession. Every decision in the backfield, from handoffs to read options, has a ripple effect on the timing of the passing game, the rhythm of the offense, and the Bears' ability to capitalize on opportunities. On the defensive side, the Bears' approach to the Packers' high-powered offense will require both discipline and adaptability. Micah Parsons, Rashawn Gary, and other key edge rushers present a constant threat, but the Bears have been working on schemes to mitigate one-on-one matchups that could leave linemen exposed. The interplay between A.Z. Trapillo and Darnell right against elite rushers will be one of the most closely watched dynamics of the game. Trapillo's ability to handle speed and power on the edge, combined with Wright's technique and positioning, could determine whether the Bears can protect Caleb long enough to execute critical plays. Beyond the line, the linebackers and secondary will have to read formations, anticipate adjustments, and react in real time to keep the Packers from exploiting mismatches. Every tackle, every coverage adjustment, and every defensive call could influence the flow of the game, and maintaining focus and execution under pressure will be essential for containing an offense that can strike quickly and capitalize on mistakes. Turnovers and situational awareness remain central to the Bears' defensive philosophy. The team has led the league in takeaways, and leveraging that advantage against the Packers' methodical offense could swing the momentum in Chicago's favor. Defensive leaders are emphasizing anticipation, reading the quarterback, and creating opportunities for big plays without sacrificing discipline. For example, forcing the quarterback to make rush decisions while maintaining coverage integrity could create interception or fumble chances that shift the dynamic of the game. These moments often separate close contests from decisive victories, and the Bears' ability to capitalize on such opportunities could be the difference at Lambeau Field. Special teams and situational football are also under the microscope. Field position, punting strategy, and managing the clock effectively all contribute to the overall game plan. While these elements may not grab headlines, they're often the subtle, decisive factors in tightly contested games. Proper alignment, accurate kicking, and timely coverage could reduce the risk of explosive plays from the Packers while helping the Bears maintain control of possession. Coaches have stressed the importance of discipline in all phases of the game, from avoiding penalties to executing kickoffs and punts with precision. These smaller details can compound over the course of the game, creating critical advantages that influence the scoreboard and momentum. Looking ahead to potential lineup changes, the Bears are monitoring multiple injury situations closely. T.J. Edwards' progression from limited practice to potentially playing in the game could be a defining factor for the defense, while Tremaine Edmunds' absence on injured reserve continues to impact depth. Decisions regarding practice squad additions or potential waiver pickups, such as Kaiser White, highlight the strategic juggling required to maintain depth and readiness throughout the season. These roster moves often go unnoticed by casual fans, but can significantly affect team performance, especially when dealing with high-stakes matchups against top-tier opponents. Maintaining health, rotation, and preparedness is as much a part of the game as play design and execution on the field. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on our Chicago Bears. And don't be shy. Drop your thoughts on the news in the comments below. A wave of concern is rippling through the Bears fan base after reports surfaced of a serious injury to one of the team's key players. Sources close to the team, who asked to remain anonymous, suggest that the incident occurred during a routine practice session, though details are still sketchy. Eyewitnesses claim the atmosphere quickly shifted from focused preparation to tense urgency as medical staff rushed onto the field. While the Bears organization has remained tight-lipped, insiders hint that the injury could be significant enough to sideline the player for an extended period, sparking speculation about the team's upcoming strategy and roster adjustments. Social media has been ablaze with rumors, some claiming the injury could even be season-altering. Fans and analysts alike are debating the potential ripple effects on the Bears' performance, with some suggesting the front office might be forced into a scramble for reinforcements. The player, known for their impact both on the field and in the locker room, has been a cornerstone of the team's identity, making this development a heavy blow emotionally as well as strategically. Sources hint that the coaching staff is already reevaluating game plans and rotations, trying to anticipate scenarios without one of their star contributors. Though the Bears have not confirmed the severity, whispers around the league suggest that rival teams are closely monitoring the situation, aware that any extended absence could dramatically alter the competitive landscape. Sports commentators and insiders are speculating wildly, with opinions ranging from cautious optimism to grim projections. Meanwhile, fan forums are buzzing with theories, debates, and even conspiracy-like conjectures about how the injury happened and what it could mean for trade talks or free agent signings. One thing is clear: the Bears' season, and perhaps even the trajectory of their campaign, hangs in the balance. The question on everyone's mind is how the team will adapt, and whether this misfortune will catalyze a reshuffling of priorities both on the roster and in the playbook. For now, all eyes remain on the injured player, whose recovery will be watched obsessively, and whose absence could reshape the dynamics of the league in ways only time will reveal. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Chicago Bears, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.